Honestly, that intro, it's an improvement every week. So, I, for one, am keeping to my routine, unlike another company who can't keep to theirs. So, just because it's on a Sunday, don't mean I upload on Sunday. I get this today. You know what I mean? Today it's up. So we have our same old, but this will be the last time, well, actually no, this the second last time that I'll do it in here, because I'll do the final with the shrunk Christmas tree. No, it'll be the big one in the proper room. This is my room. So this is like my this is like a second bedroom to me almost. So we'll have our stats here as per usual. Oh, it's getting a lot shorter to read out, which is nice. Oh, I'm trying to fix it. Come on, go and focus. That'll do. So Hams is on 30.7 with Latin, 34 with ballroom, and 38 with speciality, which is the highest average on this list. Fleur's got 33.7 in Latin, 33.6, such a small difference in ballroom, and 34.7 in speciality. So they're all leading with speciality, apart from Will, who's leading with ballroom at 35.5, 32.3 in speciality, and 31 in Latin. 34.5 in both Latin and ballroom for Molly, and 33.6 in speciality. Helen 30.5 in Latin, the lowest on there, 34 in ballroom, and 33 in speciality. Kim 31.2 in Latin, 27 in ballroom, the only one in the 20s on there, and 33.6 in speciality. So it really shows, because if you were going by speciality, Kim is better than Helen and Will, but when it's down to ballroom, Helen and Will are far above Kim. So it just goes to show. Same for Hamza. If you look at Hamza's speciality compared to Molly's, Hams is fast ahead again, but if you look at Latin, Molly is quite a bit ahead of Hamza. So it shows, that it can vary. Fleur's in a good spot with her scores, because they're not really, all of them are in a decently positioned place, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Will's leading with ballroom, Hamza leads with speciality, and Molly leads with Latin. So there you go. So for Latin it goes Molly, Fleur, Kim, Will, Hamza and Helen. But with ballroom it goes Will, and then Molly, and then Helen and Hamza, and then Fleur, and then Kim. But with speciality, it goes Hamza, Fleur, Molly and Kim both, and then Helen, and then Will. So there you go. So it's different for all of them. Will's speciality's the worst, and his ballroom's the highest. So there you go. Moving on. Who was I in line with? Right. That was before I soaked my highlighter, by the way, so it's a bit dry. 6.73 from Craig, always the lowest. 7.90 from Motzi, which is not far behind me and Anton. 7.65 from Shirley. 8 from Anton, and 8.4 from me. So, very, very tight. Anton continues to be very, very close to my scoring. So there you go. It's very, very tight. So it's looking like we know who the answer is going to be whenever the final happens. leaving prediction. So I got it right with Kim and Graziano last week. That is the third time that I've gotten it right. Will and Nancy is my prediction for who will leave this week. Because I think that everyone else is more finalist material, but not only that, that precisely if Will is in a dance off of either Molly or Fleur, that they'd see of one of them. And I don't think it will be a case that Molly and Fleur will be in the bottom two together, because I think the dances that they've got suit them more than what Will's will be. I can't see Will's passo being just quite as good as theirs, but we shall see. Sometimes this is accurate, sometimes it's not. Who'll win? Well, I've changed my mind. I think Helen and Gorka are gonna sweep in and get it now. I do. I think the outcome's changing. Because it's been Hamza for so long and they're changing their minds. But we shall see. Right, for the 40 and 10s that might come out this week, I think everyone will score a 10 this week. But Fleur will get her second and the second 40 of the series. I think her Charleston looks like it could be in with a good chance. So maybe that might get the 40, I'm thinking. So now we cross over to my scores. So Helen got her third 10, should have been a 40. Molly got her sixth 10 for me. And Will got his first 10 from me. I thought that was for the first time that he really got it down to perfection. And then we have Kim Bond out from a 9 from me. Ham's on a 9 as well. It was good, just not his best. And Fleur a 9 again. Because I do like my quick steps to travel round. And I felt like that only happened in the Charleston sections, you know. It was amazing, but it just needed that little detail to make it a 10. But apart from that, it was absolutely fantastic, I must admit. There you go, the board's increasing. I might make a final one down at the bottom because I don't think I'll be able to fit 5 numbers in there. See, I wasn't thinking when I put all the weeks out because I think, they do one dance every week, but actually they do 2 in the semis and then 3 in the finals. There's no way I could fit all that in because originally this was meant to be a best score sheet for me, but then I couldn't be bothered making a sheet of that. So I'm writing out my scores, but it probably would have been better to do it this way because it would have given me more space, but yeah, I didn't know for them, so I should have done it that way. But there you go. So now that Kim has bowed out, her best scores in ballroom was 27, 34 in Latin and 37 in speciality. So again, the board is expanding, but again, she finds herself with some of the best scores on that board. So that's a good thing. And when we flip over to worst, her worst ballroom was 27. Worst Latin was 23. These are the others. And her worst speciality got her 31. Joint has worst score with Ellie there. Ellie T. Yep. Now we cross over to top and bottom. It's not a surprise that I think Fleur will top the board and that Will be at the bottom. I seem to be very good with who's at the bottom of the leaderboard. I've gotten it right. Oh, this lightness is horrific. Right, I've gotten it right 5 times and I've gotten it wrong 5 times. So this could either be 6 right and 5 wrong, or 6 wrong and 5 right. So I do hope to get it right, but we'll have to see. I think the final will be a tough call as well for who'll be top. Right, moving on. The average board. sick for Kim, and an average for me of 33.20. Something's telling me I meant to write 32.20, and our judge is 31.10. So there you go. There's the continuing difference usually with me and the judges. It's vastly noticeable with Jade and Kay. Now we move on to worst scores. And Ham's worst score is 24. It's been since week 2. Will 23, which has been since week 4. Helen 26, which has never changed. Fleur 28 since week 2. Kim stayed on 23. Molly has continued to be on her dip of 30. She's the only person ever to have scored under the 30s, by the way, as you can see from this board. And yeah, that's a very impressive track record to hold, I think, because not everyone can say that. But when we move over to best scores right now, Molly's on 38, Hams is on 39, Will's on 39, Fleur is big 4-0, Helen's on 39, and Kim leaves us with 37. Really, that should be in green, but there you go. It should be, because you can't get any higher, and that's our best score is always going to be 40, unless you have a guest judge, which won't happen. So, yeah, I need to start using this a bit more, because my poor orange pen is in despair. It really is. And I don't use the yellow one because it's too bright. Why do I feel like there's one missing? I don't know. Where's it going? Well, I'll look off camera for that. So there you go. It's getting closer to Christmas. It's getting closer to less waffling for me. And it's dark again. Now what? England and France? I don't know. No Strictly tonight. Nothing to see whether my predictions are right. I have to wait till Sunday. Well, time to right, England. I'll make a prediction because I've nothing else to predict. I predict that it'll go down to penalties and that France will win it. There you go. So there's a wee bonus prediction for this week. Because the BBC act like they've only one channel. So there you go. So I'll see what I can make next time. That snow globe doesn't work anymore. Honestly, the bill pair in this house, the bills must be through the roof. Ugh.